before I forget to ask, let's talk a little bit about the music, because I'm really, really interested in the music, because obviously the music has fueled all of your design work for the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it could almost be the other way around. The only reason I'm doing the design work is to make my mum happy, because I went to design. I wasn't great at school. Went to design school because they don't have exams or anything like that. So,
So you do really well.
and it just escalated from there. But I'd much rather be doing music, and that's where my passion lies. So
But
they both
would you?
feed off each other.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's impossible to decide one without the other, because
Yeah,
currently,
yeah.
currently the music video work that you're doing right now is, I think, is some of the most progressive stuff I've seen you do.
Yeah, and that was really exciting about working at Peterson Muller Hooks and getting the opportunity that I will always be grateful for to do moving image. Was to I've always been fascinated with it, even when I was hanging out at Spunk, was doing funny moving image stuff, but matching design, moving image, and sound together is just like the perfect storm for me. So it feels like those things are getting more balanced out. The amount of music I'm doing versus design is a little bit closer. It's not so lopsided.
Yeah.
So,
what about the music video right now?
well, as sort of I don't know, it was pretty exciting to move to New York. Especially, I never thought I'd be living in New York, coming from
Never?
New Zealand. I don't
It's
know. It's just
like got the new in it, just like the guy
yeah,
that you met.
just like Newfoundland. It was really just we just have a new album out. Our band's called Quarter Acre Lifestyle. Me and my brother started it. He's still
What's your website?
quarteracrelifestyle.com.
Yeah,
MySpace, Quarter Acre Lifestyle. Good luck trying to spell it. But my brother, who lives in New Zealand, is a bass player. I'm a drummer. We kind of collaborate together on it and do things long distance. He's come over here a lot to play. We just released our second CD in Minneapolis in March, and coming out here is just like I couldn't help but do it. It's like everywhere you look is a movie set. So one of our songs, Captains of Industry, just seemed to be so perfect for New York. And so just with everything's as lo-fi as you can get it right now. So we don't have a budget to do anything. We don't have a record label, so we're just doing everything as on as small a budget as we can. So just handheld camera, wandering around the city, just getting those things that really represent the machine that is New York, the dirt, the grime. There's so much about the glamour and New York and the shops and the celebrity but I think it's more about just the dirt and the grime and how grungy it is.
Probably a question for you, Mick, because I've watched Aaron's work evolve over the past 10 years, and obviously it's moving into a direction that's much more nonlinear and different than pure design, which I would applaud. But obviously you're in the fine art world and you're a nationally renowned fine artist. As you see Aaron's work drift in that direction, do you feel it's a good move? Do you feel it's a bad move?
Oh, I think it's a good move, and I think you should go further toward it. I mean, I think especially when you start crossing, he's crossed from design into advertising and now going into the music with all of that behind him. I think that there's a place for him to actually exist in the advertising and design world with his music. So I think that'll be pretty exciting to see. So,
and there's a precedent here that we kind of forget about. Like, we think of all the best design, the heroes of mine like Vladislav Suttner and Chuck Anderson and Joe Duffy and fill in the blank. all the people from M&Co, there was always some foot deep into the fine art world, or some deep, deep root inside of it. And the more you explore that, I think the better you become as a designer, as a better voice inside of it. Or, for God's sakes, look at the people from, from Non-Format. It's basically fine artwork. It's basically beautiful fine artwork.
I think it's where it's great working together with Mickey as a fine artist and me as like the corporate whore. It has helped like add some balance to what we do, and
there was a
I
great.
People say like, how do you guys collaborate? Whether it's collaboration or it's like bouncing boards, it's just like having that in the zone, having the fine art and the commercial world, in the same room. It's like, I think it's good.
There was a great magazine back in the
balanced.
40s and 50s called Artist for Industry that to this date is the best design magazine that was ever produced, and you can never find it. But it really was the best design work ever made because they just had no qualms with the fact of calling themselves Artists for Industry.
Well, no, they don't have any qualms about it, and it's so fascinating because of going to school with all of you guys and being with all of these designers for so long.
You guys you didn't mention you guys went to school together.
In full disclosure, Mickey and I actually went to school together.